Hi, I know that it has been a couple months since I made my last video. A lot has been going on or has happened. I have moved, so I am no longer on the East Coast. I am on the West Coast now. So the past couple months have been kind of crazy with, don't mind my fluffy hair. The water here, I'm not used to, and neither is my hair. Um, anyways, so it took us about 5, 6 days to drive from Georgia to Washington, and that was with my dad helping. So it was me, my dad, my husband, my daughter, our 2 cats, and a guinea pig that we traveled with across country. Uh, so that was fun. Um, so I hadn't really had any updates in terms of with like braces and jaw stuff because nothing was really happening. My last appointment with my orthodontist in Georgia was in December. I try to make it as close as possible to our moving date so it would give me time to find a new orthodontist here and not be rushed. And so I still had my power chain in. It was a purple, and it just was to move everything and close it together as best as possible. Um, I have found a new orthodontist, and I absolutely love her and her team. Apparently, I have a lot more work that she wants to do. It's not so much that she didn't like my previous orthodontist work, it's just she's more, I guess, more detail oriented with things. And apparently, a lot of orthodontists here, they don't really like using the traditional braces like what I have. However, she was actually willing to work with the current braces I have in now, so I didn't have to get the whole set removed and get a new set in and just, cause me a lot more pain and headache than what it was worth. So she let me keep my old set, which means I can still pick the colors I want. And she also has worked with other military families, and she knows a couple of the maxillofacial oral surgeons over at the new military base that we're at or stationed near. So that helps too. So when it comes time to do my next phase of surgery, she already knows them and she can, get the appointments that I need to meet with them and discuss what all we need to do. With that being said, for her, my next surgery I already knew was going to be postponed because of moving, but now it's really postponed. So apparently it won't be for another 18 months. So I have a long time to go. So this is my new ones. Brackets are still the same, but I just had new colors. It's like a hot pink, and it's all power chained across. You can see how gaps are closed in right here, and what looks like it is a lot that's been done. I've only had braces in for about 9, 10 months, I think. Yeah. April, May will be like 1 year since I've had my upper jaw surgery. She's really wanting to go ahead and get the bands in the back removed, as well as my bar thing at the top, because she knows it's a pain in the butt, and she feels that everything is healed enough and that it can be removed soon, and that it'll be easier for me to clean between my teeth in those areas. Also, I guess you can kind of tell. You see how when I smile, how it's kind of crooked here and it's not straight, it kind of curves a little bit. Yeah. So what she wants to do is to try to fix that and straighten it without surgery, if at all possible. If not, I have to meet with the oral surgeon first to see what they say as well. But if she can fix that without surgery, that's just one less thing I have to deal with. But if not, then the surgeon's going to have to fix it when my next surgery comes along. But that won't be, like I said, for another like 18 months. Other than that, the bottom's pretty good and straight. Not as straight as she wants them. They're going to be much, much straighter, much, much tighter. The gaps right here were open, so this tooth was kind of like just isolated by itself like a month ago. You see, look, it's moved quite a lot. I just got these on last week, so everything's new and tightened as of last week. They moved so much that I actually had to go back in and have some of the wire clipped because it was poking me really bad right here in the back of my cheek and like cutting me. So they moved that much in just a short period of time that they had to cut back some of the wire already. So I'm hoping that means it won't be as long as we're thinking, but we'll see. So I'm ready to get rid of this no chin having self. Like, yeah, I'm ready to have my chin. She was also talking about, like right here, like you can kind of tell it's kind of like droopy and everything. She's also saying that when everything is done, I might also need cheek implants to like get everything like proportion. Also right here, you can see my midline and my teeth are not lined up with the midline of my Cupid's bow on lip. So she wants to get that fixed as well. Other than that, I mean, we're here now. We're getting settled in. My husband just started his first shift at his new location. He has a residency program that he's doing, and he won't be finished with that until like August or September, so he's got a little while to go. So he'll do different rotations at different places. He's a nurse in the military, so he does, he'll do different floors. Don't really know what else to add. I mean, trying to get used to being here. I do miss being home. I miss home. It's home. It's been home my whole life. So this is the farthest I've ever moved. It's a big change. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to a lot of the crime and stuff that happens here. Like, I had crime back home, but it was different because I knew which places to stay away from, at what times. For the most part, I felt comfortable and confident going out in public by myself and with my daughter, and not having to worry about having my husband with me because I'm scared. I can't do that here. I do get scared. I don't like going out alone with just my daughter and I. Literally, there's so much always happening here. There's always a shooting. There's always stabbings. There's always burglaries. There's always stuff going on constantly, like every day, multiple times a day. So it's pretty intense here. But we're gonna be here for a few years, so I guess it's just something I'm gonna have to get used to. Maybe I'll build the confidence up to explore a little bit more with just my daughter and I, but in terms of safety, maybe not. I might just have to wait to have my husband, or when family and friends come to visit and we all go out in a group, then maybe it'll be better then, because the saying of safety in numbers. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There really isn't. The racist thing, which I just covered. So I'm sorry I've been gone for the past few months. I just didn't really have the energy to make a video. Even though I wanted to, I just didn't have the energy. This is a big change. It's really hard for somebody who deals with like certain mental illnesses like I do. it kind of magnifies everything by like a million times worse than what it probably really is. But it makes it harder for me to cope with. It's sorry about it. I'm tired. Um, it makes it hard for me to see the brighter side of things. I try to. I probably come off as like a really negative person a lot of times because I do see. I don't really see myself as like negative. I just see myself as like a realist. I think of all like the realistic possibilities of things that can happen, and a lot of times they are negative, but I also kind of see it as like a coping mechanism to try to keep myself and my daughter, my family safe. So I'd rather be that way and be really self-aware and then, just be kind of like naive and ignorant and just like, ooh, nothing's gonna happen, it's fine. Just go out and do whatever. If it's gonna happen, it's meant to happen. No, if I can try to prevent it as much as possible, if anything bad happening, I will. It's just tough. I've gotten out and I've explored some, but I it'll be easier once I've got people coming to visit us, to go do things with us and explore this place. As I've said, Washington is a beautiful shithole, and pardon my language, but it does. It has a lot of beautiful places and to explore, and literally like at my daughter's school, you drive up and on a clear day you can see Mount Rainier. So that's really cool. Like literally anywhere we go or drive or like our backyard or whatever, on a clear day we can see Mount Rainier. So that's pretty neat. I know how everybody said that Washington was like really rainy and dreary all the time. Well, pardon me. When we first got here, it was really rainy and it was cold. We got snow. A lot of people said it doesn't snow much here, but we got some snow. We got a good amount of snow. So my daughter was like extremely happy about that. Really enjoyed it. So I can now say I've officially driven in snow on an interstate. And with my anxiety, I hate driving on a highway and interstate. So doing that coupled with like crappy weather and the drivers here, yeah. It hasn't really been too rainy and dreary. Back home in Georgia, they've had all the rain. They've had all the dreary weather. It's rained so much that there's been major flooding. I think they're supposed to get more rain this week. So I blame that on my dad. Like, my dad flew back to Georgia in January. And he brought it all with him, so you can blame him. Blame him for all the rain on the East Coast. Other than that, I think that's it. So things will be done about 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes maybe longer. They say they sometimes go as long as 10 weeks when it comes to like changing out braces, and it just depends on what your body decides to do, how fast things are moving, and what the doctor feels like is going on. Pardon me. Pardon me. I was not yawning when I started this video. In terms of progression, it depends on what she decides to do. So this is my second week going in these, so I still got a few more weeks before anything gets changed out. So probably at the beginning of April is my next appointment. And I also have an appointment with a new dentist as well for teeth cleanings. So I'm curious to see how they do that with braces in, because my last dentist had no problem. Nothing had to be taken out and then put back in. So hopefully these guys won't do that either. But I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I hope everybody... Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's. First time I've celebrated New Year's in different time zones and not watching the ball drop or celebrating in any way. That was really weird and I hated it. It sucked. I think when New Year's rolled around for us, when we finally decided to stop, we were in New Mexico. So yeah, that was really different. And I hope everybody had a decent Valentine's Day if that's what you do, or Galentine's, whatever you do. If you celebrate it at all, if you celebrate yourself on that day, that's great too. And next holiday is St. Patrick's Day. So I hope everybody has a fun day on that. I wish I was going to be in Savannah for St. Patrick's Day, but that is not going to happen. So yeah, I hope everybody has a great day, night, wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this. And hopefully I won't be gone as long as I was before. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.